How's it going, YouTube? I'm Connor from Team Tapped Out, the winning team from the Cardfight Vanguard Team League 2013 North American Tournament. We took first place, so we decided that we're going to make a YouTube channel for our team, and it's going to be based on Cardfight Vanguard. We're going to talk about decks, upcoming cards, all sorts of new things. We'll have gameplay, anything else related to our team. So yeah, our first video is going to be showing off the deck that I played. I played Majesty Lord Blaster in the tournament. So yeah, I'm going to go over my lineup and how it went. And yeah, so to start off with the deck, you have the starter, Wingle Brave. As for triggers, I played the standard 8 crits. It's pretty standard, you know, most decks play 8 crits. Figured crits to MLB is important in a best of 1 format. So there's that. I played the 4 draws. I played the 4 Margle, one of the best draw triggers in the game, because you not only is it, you know, a draw for every deck, you get to put them in the soul to give something +3. That came in handy quite a lot. It's quite handy too if like you don't have a better booster and like you have like a MLB with a Margle that's still 16, so that hits 11 pretty well, and you can just put in the soul to give something +3 later on in the game if you want to replace it with something else. So yeah, it's a very versatile card. And of course we have 4 heals. So that's the grade 0s, and for the grade 1s I ran standard 4 perfect shields, standard 4 Marins, and I ran 4 Knight of Friendship Ks. My reasoning for K is that he is one of the most versatile cards in the deck. He is either a 7k booster or a 10k attacker. So with K, you can boost with it. You can have some early pressure if you call him to the side on your grade 2 turn with a Blaster Vanguard, so he hits for 10, put some pressure out. Late game, he's very clutch to just push up if you're out of grade 2s and grade 3s to throw down. So one of the most versatile cards, and I wanted to see him as often as possible, so that's why I ran 4. And lastly, I played 2 Toy Pookles. One of the best cards in the deck. You put it behind Majesty, and that's 21 with another grade 3 out. I only ran 2 because I didn't want to see it too much. I mainly wanted to see it once to put it behind MLB, or behind a Palamedes if I'm feeling greedy, it depends. But it's also not the best ride at 6k, so I figured 2 is a fine number, because you can also grab it off Alfred if you really want Toy Pookle. So for grade 2s, I ran the standard 4 Blaster Blades. You want to see it. It's essential for the combo. It's a good rear guard too, kind of us who probably a grade 2 or higher card. So yeah, I ran 4 Blaster Darks. For consistency, really, I know a lot of people like 3. I decided I wanted 4. I wanted to see it as much as possible because it's not as accessible as Blaster Blade. And it's just, you know, all-around consistency is what I was aiming for in that tournament, and it worked out very well for me. I ran 2 Betavirs. A lot of people aren't playing Betavir anymore. They're playing Blaster Spirits or Starcall. Honestly, I really did not like Starcall. It's a very awkward card to play with, I found. Like, either I would, you know, get it mid-game when it didn't really matter, and then I don't know what to do with it, or I'd play it, and yeah, I have the counterblasting, but then I don't know where to put the blaster I get from it. It's just, I don't know, it was a kind of an icky card to play. It also makes really bad columns, like an AK grade 2 just isn't good anymore, so I decided Bedivere is really solid. He's a very good standalone attacker. Like, I don't need to commit a booster behind him, he still swings for 12. And if I have like a Marin or a Toy Pool and I'm up against a 10 or 11k Vanguard, it's hits some really big numbers, so I liked Bedivere. He was very good. Only a couple times did I have to ride him, and that kind of sucked, but overall the card does a lot of work, and I would still play him. And I lastly played 1 Blaster Blade Spirit. I know a lot of people are like running, you know, they'll run 4 Blades, 4 Darks, and like 3 Blaster Blade Spirits or something like that. The 1 is nice, but I wouldn't play anymore because I hate how when I call it as a rear, they can just push up anything and attack it, like when it doesn't matter. Like, let's say it's early game and they don't have a full field yet, and I put down a Blaster Blade Spirit, like on my grade 3 turn, like that's when I drew it. It's just going to they'll push up a booster and attack it. Like, I did not need to lose that card, you know? If that was anything else, I would not have needed to have lost it. But it's still very nice to ride. Like, it's a bonus, but it's not necessary. And getting it off the alpha is also kind of nice, so I figured 1's a nice number. And yeah, I actually drew it quite a few times as my grade 2, and it was kind of nice, but I feel it's just a bonus, so I wouldn't play any more than 1. And for grade 3s, I ran 4 MLBs. A lot of people like 3. I decided I wanted consistency, so I played 4. Um, I would. I played with 3 for the longest time, but people would, guard the Wingle Brave, and I wouldn't get my MLB, or I don't know, I damage check one, and then I would not see it if they guarded the Winkle Brave, or they popped it with a Gatling Claw. So I played 4 because I expect like a lot of Kagero, so I really wanted to just see my MLB. I would continue with 4 because I feel like I just don't want to rely on Wingle Brave to see MLB, and even if I do draw the MLB, that's fine. I'll use the Wingle to search out a missing Blaster piece if I do not have it. So yeah, 4 worked out very well for me, and it still makes 18 with a Marin or a Toy Poogle, or 19 with a Toy Poogle, and that matters. So against this cross-ride format, it doesn't really matter what your grade 3s look so much. I played Double Alfred, one of the best cards of the deck, in my opinion. A lot of people play 1 or 0. I am a strong advocate of 2. It was so good. If that off chance I don't draw an MLB, I can just switch my deck's play style to Alfred Beat, which is a good deck on its own. Alfred's a great rear. I can call it, use a Toy Poogle and get it behind the MLB, or get a missing Blaster Blade or anything. I just wanted to see Alfred every single game, so that's why I played 2. It's a fantastic utility card, one of the most consistent cards this deck has. And lastly, I played 2 Palamedes. Palamedes was good. It's a great card. It's one of the best cards Royals has, but it's also, on the same coin, it's a bonus. Like, you don't need Palamedes to win. It's a great bonus. It's a great pusher behind a Marinus 21, or it's a standalone 13. It's great, but I did not want to be stuck writing it, so I only played 2. I also figured that against a cross-ride format, a 21 with Palamedes and an 18 with an MLB against a 13k Vanguard is the same number anyway, so I decided to play the 4th MLB over the 3rd Palamedes. So yeah, that's my deck. If you've noticed something, I do not run Solitary Knight Gancelot. I feel that card is crap. I hated, I would play with it before, and then, yeah, I get the Blaster Blade off it. Yeah, it's a 5th Blaster Blade, but I don't feel I need that extra bit of Blaster Blade resurgency, and then I would just see the grade 3 later. Like, I would just see a Gancelot later in the game, and oh, I just put this back in my deck, and now I got a grade 3 that sucks. I don't know, I really just did not like it. And I figured that it's also, the worst ride ever, so I'd rather even ride a Palamedes in that situation than a Gancelot. So, yeah, that's why I chose not to play it. I chose not to play Soul Savior because I feel it's just a final turn thing. Yeah, it's nice. I used to play with it for a while, and it's cool, but I figured I'd rather have the 4th MLB just going for that consistency. And I did not play Exculpate either because that card is incredibly inconsistent. And since I'm playing Double Alfred, I would not have the Counterblast for that thing anyway, so yeah. If there was anything I would change in my deck, I would play more draw triggers, and I would take out some crits, because I feel like with the standard trigger lineup and MLB, when you get that -2 with the Blaster Blade in the Dark going into Soul, and you don't have a draw engine to get back cards, that you are at too much of a disadvantage against matchups like Dote, or even against Vermilion, because they will just nuke your front row, and you already are off more cards later in that game, and you were already -2. So if I were to change my deck now, I would just take out some crits, and I'd play 6/6, or tinker around with that. Maybe I'll go 5/7. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I feel draw triggers are very strong in this deck, and that's what I would go with. I mean, I'm swinging with a stagnant crit anyway, so I don't feel I really need the crit. But yeah, Majesty is a very strong deck. It's one of the best decks ever to play against all the limit break decks that everyone plays, because you can just keep them at 3 and threaten them, and they'll never get their effects off unless you use one of the pain units. So yeah, that's my deck. I will be uploading my teammates' decks shortly whenever they decide to make a video, and we will be doing many more things for Cardfight Vanguard. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and do subscribe, click like if you liked the video, and if you want to see more from us. See ya.